Live from the ESPN Radio Winchester Studios. Talking through life, struggles, and whatever's weighing on you. It's time for Therapy Thursday on Franklin County's favorite morning show, The Starting Lineup. And now for your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
And good morning, and welcome into the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. I am Joe Abraham, and it is a Therapy Thursday here on the starting lineup. You can get involved in the show at 931-967-3500. You can also text the show at 931-305-5611. And yes, me and my resident celebrity may be barely functioning, but we are full of opinions. And speaking of said celebrity, he is in studio with me this morning. Chewy, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Brett Crabtree is also here already.
Of course he is.
Hey, shout out to Brett.
I think he beat us into the studio, into the chat.
Stacy's already here as well.
Good morning, Miss Stacy. So for people who may not have seen the post that I made yesterday, and I want to start Therapy Thursday off with this. We've already talked, Chewy. This is your birthday week.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Dirty 30. And so for people who keep up with the show, who are involved with the station, you have become the figurehead. He's shaking his head. No, you're like, you're a local celebrity.
I don't think so. We like to throw that around because it's funny.
Well, it is a little bit of an inside joke. But yesterday I had the opportunity, and so I took it and I ran with it.
It was really funny.
Katie and I went to church last night, and after we decided to pop over to Jefferson's. And lo and behold, we walk in and sit down. We get sat down in a booth area, and right across the way, I see him. I see a celebrity. And so I have to get a picture. Like any jackalope who sees a celebrity, I had to get a picture, and I had to take a selfie. And so I spin the camera around, I take the picture, and then what I did is I accidentally created the biggest celebrity controversy in Franklin County since the one time that one guy showed up at that one place.
Yeah.
I mean, all we wanted to do was go get a nice meal, and I couldn't even get through dinner without creating controversy. It was a normal night. There was wings, Chewy. There was fries.
Trivia.
Family dinner. It was trivia, which, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You, me, Katie, Johnny Hand, and Ricky Tips, I've determined, would be the ultimate five-man unstoppable trivia team.
Ricky has asked me to do trivia multiple times.
I think we would kill. So anyway, we're sitting across, and ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, there's the Wookiee one. So I snapped my picture, and Crosby went right over to him.
Crosby just made a beeline straight to us.
Sits in the booth with him.
Yeah.
And so the Wookiee one, I post a picture. Now, anybody who knows the show and knows us knows that our life, not just the show, but our life is essentially satire.
Yeah.
We don't take ourselves very seriously. So naturally, when I saw the celebrity sitting across the booth from me, I did what any responsible journalist in today's society would do. Any human in media or that has access to social media, if you don't post a picture of you and a celebrity, when you see the celebrity, when you have the celebrity sighting, you're letting the rest of us down. Come on, people. So I thought I was doing everybody else a favor, and I posted it on the ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page because I figured if anybody would get the joke, it would be our own people.
Yeah.
Apparently, the internet was not ready for this joke, Chewy. I mean, talk about needing therapy right off the bat. The reactions started rolling in immediately.
I was shocked at the response because I thought, that's a picture just for me and you,
right?
Because sometimes we'll do something funny, and it's kind of just for us. It's an inside joke.
Yeah. So Chewy, after about 5 minutes or so of me posting it, Chewy and Tori, they get up and they leave the restaurant, in privacy. I didn't try ask for an autograph or anything like that. I let them leave in privacy.
We'll leave that to Johnny Han.
Yeah. And so you walked out, and literally after you walked out the door, the guy sitting in the booth behind you, granted, this has been 5 to 7 minutes after I posted the picture, the guy sitting in the booth behind you walks over to me because he saw you stop at our table, walks over to me and says, "Who was that?" Who was that guy? And he shows me the picture that somebody sent him on his phone, and there he is in the background.
Yeah.
So somebody saw the picture and sent it to him and was like, "Hey, there's a celebrity sitting in front of you."
But it's just me. Just me and Crosby hanging out.
And now I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
So
You're like, oh, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
So some people got the joke immediately and were jumping in, and other people, I mean, there were people jumping in the chat that Crosby was a celebrity.
Crosby was a real celebrity in my opinion.
I was just trying to give you the fame that you deserve.
I appreciate you. But it was a lot of fun just seeing the interactions. I just didn't realize so many people would, you know what I mean? I didn't expect that one to sort of blow up. That was fun.
So, but my favorite part isn't the people who got the joke and who jumped in. My favorite part is the people who were like, "Who is that?"
They're so confused.
And then there's some people who got angry because not only did they not know who it was, but they were disappointed or something.
Yeah. It's so great.
Johnny Han jumped in and said, "He does exist!" Mind-blowing emoji. The downtown Winchester posted just 20 minutes ago. "Be careful not to spook him. A wild Chewy out of his cave. It's rare indeed."
Am I hard to? I get it. I'm getting the feeling that I might be elusive. Am I elusive in the public eye?
That's the perception.
It seems to be. I'm very. Well, it's very Bigfoot-esque. I'm
exactly.
I'm about that.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, I don't think I am because I run
You're
around.
You're your own cryptid. Oh. You spent all your life searching for cryptids only to find one in the mirror looking back at you.
Dang, it's like poetry, dog.
I know it. Landon Relford said, "What? This is insane. Who's the guy beside Crosby?"
Let's see. Andrew jumped in the chat this morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Mom's here saying hello. Kelly Bowden. Let me see. Kelly Bolin said, "No lie, my family saw the picture and I was like, who is that?"
Who is that?
And I was like, "Oh, it's Chewy. I don't know him, but I listen to them every morning." And then Clint Bauer says, "They just don't know the legend that Chewy is."
They don't know.
I appreciate that, Clint.
Which is embarrassing for them, I've got to say.
It is objectively hilarious to read the comments, and people are like, "Who? What?" Because the people who are just out of the circle. And
so let me keep reading these. These get better. Candace Brown Card. Candace says, "I thought it was a Duck Dynasty guy." Archie Schrader got it. He said it's actually two celebrities. It's Crosby and Chewy.
Hey, shout out to Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie May. Who's the famous person? Steven Swanger. I thought you seen a celebrity.
Oh my God.
Chris Morris. Bill Cosby?
Because people are saying Crosby and they're like, Bill. Wait, you mean Bill Cosby? Oh my gosh.
Ronnie. Who?
Oh my.
Rodney.
That's so
I'm
funny.
sorry, but who is Crosby? Ken Brown. I have no idea who this is. Garrett Haynes. Crosby.
Yeah.
Tara. Crosby. Miss Stacy. My boy Cross.
There you go. Jay Cool jumping in saying, "Good morning, gentlemen." Good morning, Jay. Sprickens of which I saw a guy in a moped this morning. I almost took my hat off.
It might have been my pastor.
Yeah.
Savvy Bishop, who is this person? Alice Powers says, it's Chewy from the morning show. Savvy says, what morning show? Rob Kortner, I need an autograph. Terry Carter, 2 of the best.
That's so sweet of her.
John Shalongo, who's the guy who criticized my journalistic abilities, says, seriously, shake my bleep head.
Yeah.
Patty Trussell Beavers, don't know who that is. Lucky Nod says, he's not made up. Fake news. Jennifer Stewart, who is that? Cole Vandergriff, which booth?
That one's my favorite comment. Unironically, is my favorite. Where he's like, "Which booth?" Because it's like,
oh man! And then Doug Garrett. Apparently, seeing Chewy in the wild is a rare opportunity. Congrats.
I didn't know that.
And then then Rick Philpott jumps in. I there several times, and food was bad. Was it cooked?
It was. I love Jefferson's.
I like Jefferson's.
Yeah, I've never had a bad experience.
I agree with you. So, so not only though was that the reaction on our page, which I can't believe how many people jumped in on our page who have apparently no idea who you are.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was surprised. Hey, I'm very humbled.
I got to put you on more billboards.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem I think here. This is the result of this.
I'm all about that.
We need to put you up on more billboards. But hold on. So that wasn't the only thing, because the picture got shared a bunch of times.
Yeah,
it got shared like 8 times. Now, my favorite share was it got shared over to the, let me pull this up, to the Franklin County, Grundy County Truth Seekers page, which is you don't want to end up on that page.
I was very surprised when I was there.
That's when I got really concerned.
I thought it was you who shared it.
No, I didn't share it over there.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
An admin, Toshi Asita, shared it over there.
Well, shout out to them.
5 people. Now, I will say this too. A bunch of people liked the post on the Facebook page, which is great because a bunch of people got the joke. Again,
yeah.
But once it got shared over to the Franklin County, Grundy County Truth Seekers page,
it sort of came out of our circle.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the black market of the internet right there. You don't want to be on that
Nobody
page.
knew who it was.
So now,
except for one person.
Now you got people jumping on there. Who is it? No body special.
That's my favorite.
No body. And Savvy Bishop, now who has figured out who you are, says it's supposed to be some guy named Chewy. I still have zero clue who he is. And then Buck Carter jumps in and says, Crosby!
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we're like, even Crosby, like, so shout out to Crosby.
My
for
gosh.
being cool. I might see Crosby today.
Now here's the part that quietly hurts my heart. Nobody said anything about the fact that it was me in the picture pointing out you, which I thought I would at least be just as recognizable as you and my son. Apparently not.
No, I mean, me and Crux are a duo, I guess. When it comes to that.
So anyway, you're finally getting the fame that you deserve, kind of. But here's what really got me, and this is where I spin it all the way back around to a Therapy Thursday. You got people jumping in on Facebook that were angry, not confused, not amused, literally straight up angry. Like they were personally offended that they did not know who this guy was. And that all being said, I don't know if they were expecting like Morgan Wallen to be sitting in the booth eating wings. I get their disappointment. But the fact that the Franklin County Truth Seekers picked it up was classic. What it really just means, though, is that at one point there was an investigation going on, to a full-on investigation to discover who the identity of this Chewy fellow along with this Crosby kid were. And it's hilarious to me because you were just sitting there minding your own business.
No, yeah.
Eating dinner.
Yeah.
And I totally put you in the middle of a multi-county internet debate.
Oh, it's fine. It was a lot of fun. Stacy Rolfer jumping in saying we need to make a Chewy spotting post at Rock Creek today. I'm happy about that. Also, Brett Crabtree says such hack journalism.
Hack journalism.
That's what that is.
That's what it is.
Not even tell you don't even. Yeah, you posted a picture saying you found a celebrity. Didn't even post who it was.
No,
that's some hack journalism.
It is. I want a shirt that says "hack journalist." Just a black shirt
with the big impact
big white,
font.
Yeah, big white letters that say "hack journalist."
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna make a nameplate of you. And then on the
Get
side,
a license plate that's like HCKJNL. I don't know. So the other thing that I learned about this whole situation, Chewy, is that if you post a joke on Facebook, apparently about 30% of people will get it, and the other 70% will lose their mind if they don't.
That's all right. It was a fun one.
Another thing I discovered was that you are now either A, a celebrity, B, a mystery, or C, a government conspiracy. You're one of those three things.
Interesting. I like the ambiguity. It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, Spreckens of which are getting out in the public today. We're going to go read.
I know it.
Yeah.
Well, some of us will read.
Some of us will read.
If they can. I'll help you get through the big words.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But I mean, I'm a hack journalist, so I know what most of them mean.
You know what most of the words mean.
But yeah, if you want to start a big internet frenzy in Franklin County, just go ahead and post a picture of Chewy and ask if anybody else has seen this local celebrity. But Chewy, how does it feel knowing that people across county lines are trying to figure out who you are and whether or not you actually exist this beautiful morning?
I'm all about it. You know, I'm not intimidated by it. You know.
Yeah, you went to Jefferson's to get some wings. Didn't realize that you were going to become a national security issue.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm the man. Training Tuesday is going to be on fire next week.
Yeah,
but all joking aside, it was a lot of fun, and I just want to say thank you all for who jumped into the
and defended that they knew who you were.
No. Just the interaction alone, I was very humbled by. 80 had 80 something responses.
Yeah,
it was really insane.
But we can all calm down. We don't have to worry because the Franklin County truth seekers are on the case. They'll figure it out.
All right.
They'll get to the bottom of it.
Well, whatever it is, I just shout out to whoever shared it. That was really funny of them.
So
I appreciated that. Here's
the other thing, and I'm not even going to take a break yet because I got to throw this out there because here's what it really tells me. Tell me you don't follow Franklin County sports without telling me you don't follow Franklin County sports.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest takeaway from the whole Chewy sighting incident at Jefferson's was something funny, something interesting happened in the comments. The people who did not get it and who don't know who you are told on themselves because you don't need to listen to the starting lineup or follow the show necessarily on a daily basis. People kind of know who Chewy is, the name Chewy, they know your look, all these types of things. And I'm not saying that this is the case for everybody and anybody because we do deal with sound, and there's, I'm sure, a lot of people who don't know what you specifically look like, even though you're on a freaking billboard. But if you were unable to pick up on who Chewy was or who Crosby is, you probably haven't been listening to the show. And that, again, simply tells me that you do not follow Franklin County athletics. You do not care. You do not go to the games. You do not engage in the conversations around the sports. Because if you've heard the name Chewy, you've probably heard the games. You've probably listened to the station. You probably followed what's going on in the community. You probably have come across this guy. So if you haven't, if you didn't know who it was, you kind of told on yourself.
Mom said, I'm no longer Gretchen, I'm Chewy's mom.
Chewy's mom.
Which is funny because when people, people ask me who I am, I say I'm Gretchen's son, and it's funny the way that works. David Fair, hey, Dr. Dave in the chat saying a legend in his own time. Hey, not without the right teachers. Am I right, Dr. Dave? Jay Cool says, Therapy Thursday topic, no spam calls in 4 days ever since we bombed Iran. Anyone else notice? Clint Powers
I have noticed that.
Yeah. Clint Powers says, soak up the fame, Chewy. I'll think about it. And then Doug jumped in saying his sick daughter refused to stay home today because Chewy is coming to her school. Well, let me know where she is, and I'll go say hi to her. That's really sweet.
Yeah, just as long as she keeps her hands away from your mouth.
Right, yeah.
Per Doug yesterday, he made sure to tell her that.
No Chewy treats. Johnny Han also said, but can he read? Rock Creek is going to find out this morning. We'll see.
Can he read? Yeah.
I can read 3 whole words in a row.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We practiced it all day yesterday. He's
Bars.
good.
Now, just don't throw any. Don't be like throwing any curveballs at me.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I won't pull out any Dr. Seuss on you. But if you don't know who Chewy is, then here's what I recommend. You start freaking getting involved in the community because that's a you problem, not a him problem. Anyway, so yes, yesterday I did run into a celebrity at Jefferson.
It was fun. It was a fun one. Thanks for everyone who got involved in that post. It was cute. Also, shout out to Cross for being cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He walked right up and was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
I called him over. I was like, "Hey, you might want to leave them alone. Like, what? They're kind of on a date. Like, you know."
That's what he said. You said.
And I was like, "Give them some space." And he's like, "No, they're cool."
Yeah, they're good. And then he came back and told me. I was like, "Well," I said, "Well, they're on a date too. It doesn't matter." You know? I said, "So stick around." You know.
Oh, man. All right. Well, for the rest of you who know who Chewy is and don't have to spend all day trying to Google and figure out who he is, good morning and welcome into the starting lineup. We'll be back on the other side. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Opioid addiction doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone. Addiction is not a moral failure. It's a health condition, and recovery is possible. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition is working to reduce stigma and connect individuals to treatment, recovery support, and overdose prevention resources. We are stronger together, and when recovery begins, lives become stronger without it. Find help at fcpctn.org. This project is funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Spring is a season of renewal, and at High Point Health System, with Ascension St. Thomas, your health is always in season. From routine checkups to advanced care, their dedicated team is here to help you feel your best, today and every day. Compassionate care, backed by the strength of Ascension St. Thomas. This spring, take a moment for your health. Learn more or find a provider at highpointhealthsystem.com. High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas. Caring for you for every season of life.
We're looking forward to another absolutely beautiful day, one of the warmest so far. Today's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 78 degrees. Nice and breezy too, with some wind gusts getting up to around 20 miles per hour. So get out there and enjoy some of this warm weather while you enjoy ESPN Radio Winchester 1340 1069.
This segment of the starting lineup is brought to you by the Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Tune into the starting lineup with the FMO Facebook feed every weekday. Now, back to Joe and Chewy.
Who knew? Who knew that's all you had to do to break people's brain? So get this. I just checked to see who else shared it. This Toshi guy who shared it to the Franklin County, Grundy County Truth Seekers also shared it to the Tullahoma Unfiltered page.
Jesus.
And the best response, again, there's one guy who jumped in and he said he did the Lord of the Rings trivia at Good Game Arcade.
I did do that.
But the best response is Jerry Newhouser goes, or no, Scott Newhouser, excuse me, goes, Jerry Garcia? Oh, gosh. Gotta love people.
Brett says, "What grades are y'all reading to?" My daughter's is in Rock Creek first grade in Miss Myers' class. That's a question for Miss Stacy. I just told them that I would be there. Yeah,
I will read to every kid in that school if asked to. I'll be there all day if I need to. If I need to read to the kids,
yeah,
I'll do it.
That's basically what it was. I was on my way out, and they walked in for Johnny's show, and Johnny was like, "We should go read," and I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, let me pull out my calendar," and I was like, "Miss Stacy, you just tell me a time, and I'll be there."
I can read like 3 books, so I think the kids' books. I think I'm good.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you remember the first book that you ever read?
When you, I remember the first book I had, but not necessarily the first book I read. I had a lot of those visual encyclopedias when I was a kid, and I would make my dad read those to me.
What's the one? I think I can.
The little engine.
The little engine that could.
Yeah.
That's the first book that I remember reading 100% on my own. I
don't
think
know.
I can. I think I can read this book.
That's a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Maybe How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight or Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Yeah.
If you give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those two.
Give a Mouse a Cookie was a good one.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm hungry for cookies.
Let's see. Oh, Stacy says 4th and 5th grade, but may expand it. Yeah, go for it. Like
Nice.
I'll do whatever.
Miss
So-
Stacy, we're here for what you need.
Absolutely.
Whatever you need. Okay, so Tullahoma is trying to figure out now who Chewy is, which is a good thing because they need a distraction. Now, as far as Therapy Thursday goes, we're all getting some much needed recovery therapy. Speaking of, and who was it that jumped in the chat and said we're not getting any spam calls anymore?
That was Jay Cool.
Jay is 100,000% correct. So the phone here at the station rings off the hook with spam calls each and every day. And I tell you what, since we started dropping bombs on them fools, ain't got no phone calls no more.
Yeah, it's past couple days have been just dry.
Oh man. But as far as Tullahoma goes, I'm glad that they've got a little bit of a distraction, Chewy, here on this Therapy Thursday because they might need some counseling. We might need to take the couch, load it in the back of the Suburban, and go up to Tullahoma and do like a remote, like a satellite counseling session up in Tullahoma.
Oh.
Their government, I mean, people around here like to complain about our local government and some of the things that we run into. If you want reality TV, if you want drama, if you want chaos and confusion, follow what's going on up in Tullahoma on a regular basis with their like board of mayor and aldermen. Their city government is an absolute ongoing train wreck every single day, every week. We're talking arguments, we're talking public disagreements. They air everything out on Facebook. And I'm not talking about just like people will post. I'm talking about people on the board of mayor and aldermen. I'm talking about and I'm going to say their names because they're public figures at this point, but like the Jenna Almachers of the world or the Daniel Barrys. If you want to follow somebody who's entertaining, follow Daniel Barry. Dude doesn't care. I mean, the stuff that they say, the political disagreements, the personal disagreements, they're suing each other every other day. There's some sort of new lawsuit against the city, and now we got the latest chapter, Chewy, because city administrator Jason Quick, which he's not the first or the last, he's just the most recent city administrator, to suddenly resign just out of the blue, and nobody can explain why. Nobody will explain why. What we actually know is that there was a special called meeting on February 26th with one item on the agenda discussing the city administrator's position and possible disciplinary action, which was already a little bit unusual. Mm-hmm. But then the strange part is the board never actually publicly addressed what the disciplinary action was for, and before they could even consider talking about it, Quick just resigned. He just said, "Nope, this is not worth the headache." Now, it's if I recall correctly, Jason Quick, I think, used to be the principal at Tullahoma High School. So the discipline discussion became irrelevant, but now everybody's trying to figure out what the heck happened. Officials said something else, though. They referenced the results of an independent legal investigation. That's a serious phrase. Mm-hmm. We're doing a legal investigation. That means something serious went on. So it was serious enough that the board was advised about risks and potential liabilities to the city. All of this happened, and nobody in the public has any idea what the investigation was about, what was found. There's no explanation. There's no details. It's just silence. And they're back to a situation that they recently had where they have no city administrator. And I was a part of a process to find one of their more recent city administrators a few years ago. which turned into a disaster in and of itself. I was a part of a process to find the city administrator. They asked me to be on a board that reviewed these candidates and went through the whole process. And at the time, the mayor, we presented him with 3 options that we thought would be a good city administrator. And instead of going through and picking from those 3, he said, well, I'm going to take one of your suggestions and I'm going to pull in my friend over here who works for the police department. And those were his 2 options. He literally just totally disregarded our entire process and we went through 50 applications, 52 if I remember correctly, applications. We vetted these people. And I mean, you talk about having a problem with good old boy system and things like that. We went through this whole process and we presented him with 3 great options for their next city administrator. And he was like, nope. I'm going to go with this person over here, and I'll take one of your suggestions. And it became such a thing that the guy that he pulled in, that he was going to bring on as or possibly bring on as the city administrator, the other guy that he brought into the conversation, that guy just like, he ended up backing out. He pulled his name out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was such a thing. I mean, there was accusations going around that it got ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's always like that up there. So anytime you get upset about what's going on with the drama here in Winchester and the issues that we have with our local government and all the things, could be worse.
Could be worse, but it's also not unique either, right? You know,
No.
Everyone's got their issues.
No. And there is that, and a lot of these small towns have that, where what I'll say about this too, and I didn't get a chance to go the other night. David Eldridge held how does the local government work? And he had a good turnout. He had like 50 people show up to the thing. What I would suggest is, if you don't like the quote-unquote good old boy system, or you feel like it's the same people over and over and over again getting elected for these positions, you know why? Because they're the only people that run. Run. If you want to change, if you want to be a part of the change, if you want it to be different, then run. It doesn't take a whole lot of votes to win one of these positions, because only like 7% of people around here go out and vote, which is a whole nother problem.
Doug says Chewy for the Tullahoma city administrator.
Oh, gosh.
I would dress like Lando Calrissian every day.
Yeah.
That's what his title was, the city administrator.
Really?
Yeah. So I unironically would wear capes.
I think we need to get a brass or a bronze statue of you up by the square. And then anybody who's got questions as to who is that guy, they can just go read the plaque underneath. It said, here's a dude, Chewy.
This is a dude
This
named
is
Chewy.
a dude named Chewy.
That's fun.
Anyway. Goodness gracious. So, yeah. I recommend, they're worth the follow. It's like the Real Housewives of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen up there in Tullahoma. You want to feel better about Franklin County, Winchester, Cowan even.
Yeah.
Golly. You want to feel better about Deckard.
Yeah.
Follow Tullahoma. Could be worse. All right.
Well, it looks like Stacy in the chat's working up some magic to make sure that we get to see everybody.
Nice.
And I really appreciate that. So shout out to her.
Well, if folks from Tullahoma need a group counseling session, just feel free to reach out. I'll give you a group rate.
Or if you have an issue,
rate.
hey, if you're from Tullahoma and you've got some issues, drop it in the chat. It's Therapy Thursday.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest. Let us know about it.
If you want to know who the heck Chewy is, let us know.
yeah, just come say hi.
We'll fill you in.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like if you think you recognize me, come say hi. Like if you see me in Walmart or like Kroger, or if I'm like at a restaurant and I'm like leaving, come say hi.
Yeah.
I'll say hello to you.
You know, there's another city that needs a group session.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
We're going to talk about it on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Another local city.
Okay.
You think I'm through picking on these cities?
No.
Listen, I'm gonna. By the time I'm done doing this show, by the time somebody does away with me, because somebody from one of these surrounding counties is gonna come up here and just put an end to me. But by the time I'm done, everybody's going to want to live in Franklin County and Winchester because they're going to think that we're the greatest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because all these other cities around here, all these other towns around here, you'd think we got our problems. They're way worse off than us. And I'm going to tell you about another one when we come back. It is the starting lineup. ESPN Radio 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
For a limited time, TVA Energy Right is offering up to $500 in cash rebates for attic insulation and air sealing through your local power company. Prince Insulation, part of TVA's quality contractor network, ensures licensed, insured professionals get the job done right. Proper insulation can lower your energy bill by up to 10% and keep your home comfortable year-round. Serving Franklin, Coffee, Marion, Grundy, Moore, and Bedford counties. Learn more and see if you qualify at princeinsulation.com.
Demolition Derby! It is time to wreck some cars! Hey, it's Lunchbox from the Bobby Bones Show. Mad Dog Demolition Derby in Shelbyville, Tennessee. It is coming up March 7th. That is this Saturday. It's car wrecks. It's demolition. It's racing. Minivans racing around the track. Cars wrecking into each other. Lunchbox live in person. Save $5. Get your discounted tickets at motorheadevents.com.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The 2026 softball season is off to a dominant start for your Franklin County Rebelettes. Franklin County rolled past Cannon County 22-1 Monday evening at home, opening the year 1-0 behind an explosive offense and strong pitching performance. The Rebelettes erupted for 8 runs in the first inning, highlighted by 2-run triples from freshman Leah Hardison and junior Bella Smith. Senior Molly Casey added a 2-run single, Caitlin Montgomery drove in a run, and the offense never looked back. Franklin County finished with 13 hits, 8 walks, and 8 stolen bases while committing no errors defensively. In the circle, Smith struck out 3 over 2 scoreless innings, and sophomore Victoria Nelson added 6 strikeouts over 3 innings of relief, allowing only 1 run. The Rebelettes will travel to Battle Creek tonight, looking to build early momentum in the season. At Deckard Elementary, Franklin County High School Rebel baseball players Peyton Wright, Leighton Jones, Carson Lewis, and Josiah Collins participated in Read Across America Week, spending time in classrooms, reading with students, and encouraging a love for books. The players read stories and talked about balancing academics and athletics while emphasizing the importance of working hard both in the classroom and on the field. Their visit created excitement throughout the building, with younger students eager to meet the high school athletes and see positive role models investing in their success. And at North Middle School, Peyton Miller has been named the new head coach of the boys basketball program. Miller brings a championship background and a strong emphasis on character development. She says her goal is to help every athlete become not only a better player, but the best version of themselves. Miller will continue serving as head coach for North Middle School cross country and track, reinforcing consistency and accountability across both programs. For more details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to ESPN Radio Winchester.
If you're competing with 3 other businesses in the same category, you're not advertising, you're fighting for attention. At ESPN Radio Winchester, our top partners don't outshout their competitors, they eliminate them through partnerships that offer category protection and exclusivity. Fewer competitors, stronger recall, better results. That's how local advertising is supposed to work. Learn how smart advertising creates a competitive advantage with ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Tune into the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand, weekday afternoons from 2 to 4, right here on ESPN Radio Winchester. Now, back to Joe and Chewy.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester. You know, Chewy, we're not the radio show that this town deserves, but we're the one that they need. Back here to piss some more people off. It is the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester. And if we haven't gone off after your hometown lately, just drop us a line.
Well, before you do,
help you out with that.
we've got so many more comments. Brett Crabtree saying, by the way, guys, it's Superhero Day at Rock Creek if y'all want to participate when you go read.
Well, we will, just by showing up.
Oh, boy.
Come on now.
So don't be feeding his ego, please. Then John Korek says, so you could do worse, but most would like to have a bubble of utopia.
Yes.
Even a winning position, you have boards that use common sense and work together. Good luck.
John, I do want to address that because not John the Butcher it points that out. And here's the thing. Don't forget who we are. Like I just said, we have no problem pointing out when things go wrong in this town and when they need to be addressed. We'll be there.
He also says that he has tried with Deckard. Stacy offered something very interesting,
Miss
saying,
Stacy.
"Joe, Miss Stacy," she says, "Joe, we need to be on ESPN Live when you get here. Y'all are going to get a special entrance. So very interesting." And then Jake Davis jumped in saying, "Oh God, don't Grutelli Lager." Them people
Grutely
are
Lager.
Yeah, okay. Them people are not right, and they have David Lowery live there. And then
Grutely Lager catching a stray.
I don't know who that is. And then Carson Lewis says, "What's up, Joe and Chewy? What's up?"
He knows who we are.
Yeah.
He got the joke.
What's up, Carson?
Some people didn't get the memo. If they didn't get the memo, if you got one of those friends who didn't get the memo, help them out. All right. So we mentioned, and we all know, anybody who lives down here. You don't need to know. You don't need to be told to know that Tullahoma is just a bad place.
Nice people, though.
Nice people, great people,
Lovely people.
Actually, no, the town is nice. The people suck. No, I'm just
No. It's the other way around. Yeah.
no. So another local town that everybody needs to say a prayer for, and we're going to be up there this weekend at the Cooper Steel Arena for the Demolition Derby.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, which we announced our winner yesterday, by the way. Congratulations. I announced on the afternoon show with Johnny Hand that Amy Matlock was our winner.
Well, shout out to her. Congratulations.
Amy, we will send you a message, private message this morning with your tickets or how to redeem your tickets. I'll have to get with Katie to do that. Remind me when she comes in.
Okay.
Because that's something that I will definitely forget. Anyway, but speaking of Shelbyville, okay, so, normally we try and talk some like sports therapy or local therapy or, if it's football season, we'll be talking about how the Titans blow another lead. Maybe here in the next couple of weeks, it'll be your kid's travel baseball team costing you the price of a used Honda Civic. I don't know what it's going to be. We work through it together here on the starting lineup. That's what we're here for, right? Every Thursday. It's Therapy Thursday. But today, our poor friends up in Shelbyville, speaking of needing a group session, Chewy, think back to, I don't know, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago. It was 7 years ago. Something like that. When they started building out Uncle Nearest. And this whole saga, this whole Uncle Nearest saga, the wheels began turning. And they started getting into it with Jack Daniels. They started building this Uncle Nearest facility up there, which I have been to, I have walked through, I have experienced. Absolutely gorgeous. And you've got the entire, the county, the town, the city, they were making like concessions for Uncle Nearest. It was going to, and it did. It was going to change the landscape of Shelbyville, Tennessee. I mean, it was going to put them on the map. And if you've been following along with what has been going on and how this thing has been unfolding, it's like a friggin' Netflix documentary, what they've got going on. Let me catch you up, okay? More recently, they have now had foreclosure notices posted. First Bank has published foreclosure notices on 3 properties. This whole thing has just become a disaster. The U.S. Bank building, there's a building that used to house the Shelbyville Times-Gazette, the newspaper up there. There's a 53-acre tract right next to Uncle Nearest on Highway 231, all scheduled to be sold at foreclosure on March 20th. And it's just the latest part of the story that stems from a federal case where Uncle Nearest is in such bad financial shape. They are trying to sell like anything and everything. These are, and it's my understanding, if I recall correctly, it's my understanding that these people that came over, I think their name is like the Weaver. It's my understanding that they had like Martha's Vineyard properties and stuff like that. Like they were loaded.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's how this whole thing started. Like these people were loaded. And it has put them in such a bad way. They, again, I need to go back and look. The last number I saw was north of $100 million.
Wow.
That they are in debt to this farm credit company. I mean, this is a huge thing. And I can't believe how this whole deal has just played out. I don't know what it stems from. If the business was just run that poorly, if they just anticipated it to make a ton of money and it just hasn't.
I wonder if they were just planning on it making it all its money back.
So here's my thought. I think that they believed that Uncle Nearest, that they would create Uncle Nearest, and it would be kind of like creating a Jack Daniels brand in a microwave.
Sure.
And for people here locally and in the region, it was very cool. It was neat. But Jack Daniels is not just about the taste of the whiskey. It's not just about the black and white branding. It's about the heritage and the years and years and years. It's kind of like Google, right?
Yeah, it's global. Yeah, it's
Oh crap! We didn't call Scotty. Call Scotty. It's trivia day. It's Thursday.
Yeah, sorry. It threw me off.
Sorry, Scotty.
Is that him?
Probably. Scotty!
You there, Scotty?
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
It threw us off. We didn't have
we
Mater
took the
in
break
today.
at the right time, and I totally, when we came back, I totally spaced. I moved right into something else. Scotty on the line from the Oasis. Good morning, my friend. How are you today?
Good morning.
I shouldn't forget you, considering Katie brings me food from over there every single day. Yesterday, she brought me I think it was yesterday, she brought me the chicken, and I got to tell you, there was this dry rub on the chicken that was absolutely tremendous. Good job by you guys.
That was our Cajun chicken that we do, our Cajun baked chicken.
All right, we're going to call you back, Scotty, on the...
Scotty, let us switch you over to the other line so we can take our winner. You're on our winner line, so we're going to call you right back.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So we'll get a hold of Scotty here.
All right, let's call Scotty. I am sorry. I apologize to everybody who's on the trivia train. That's a me thing. I have a tendency to...
All right.
There he is. Sorry,
All right.
Scotty. I have a tendency to be an idiot. All right, so tell us what you got. The weather is gorgeous out there right now, but I hear that it may get a little bit nasty this weekend. That all being said, they can find shelter, they can find respite in the beautiful confines over there across the street at the Oasis. And you guys have I'm pretty sure you got some pretty good bands coming in this weekend as well as you usually do.
We do, we always got stuff going on all the time. Tonight is trivia. It starts at 6:30. It's absolutely free. Come out and play. We also got our special tonight. We do a fish and chips special on Thursday nights, which is our breaded Alaskan cod. And comes with French fries. We got that going on for $15.99 tonight. Tomorrow we've got a band called the In-Laws. The first time they played here at the Oasis. They'll be doing from 7:30 to 11:30 tomorrow night. And then Saturday night we've got a duo coming all the way from Nashville, Isaac Matthews. He's going to be playing here starting at 7 o'clock Saturday night. So we've got all types of stuff going on. We also got our last job fair for drafts and watercrafts this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. here at the Oasis. So if you're wanting to join our team down the lake, we're hiring for all staff. Come in and apply. We're doing interviews on the spot. And that's this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And two of those bands sounded like new talent that you're bringing down for this weekend over there at the Oasis. Is that right?
It is. It is. Isaac has played here a few years ago.
Okay.
But he plays in Nashville a lot, so he's going to be coming down this Saturday night.
Breaking in some new blood. And then you said you're hiring for all staff, all positions over there at Drafts and Watercrafts, and goodness gracious, we talked about the warm weather, but it is coming up quickly. When are you guys planning on making that transition over again?
We are opening our first day at Drafts is April the 20th, but we're going to be closing here for the summer April the 9th at the Oasis. So you need to try to get your last few days in at the Oasis until November again. We're going to be here April the 9th, our last day.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for lunch when you guys close the Oasis. I'm screwed.
You just have to send Katie down the hill to Drafts.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so all that being said, you mentioned right off the top that tonight is trivia night over at the Oasis. And for folks who want to participate in trivia, how can they do so, and when should they show up?
Well, we start at 6:30, so you might want to get here a little early. If you do have a team and you know that you want to play trivia night, you can call ahead. If you call here at the Oasis before 2 o'clock, we start setting up our tables, and we can have you a reserved table for trivia night. But it's not necessary. If you don't, you can still come, and we'll get you seated. You know, we have a big crowd for trivia, so it's always good if you want to call ahead.
I am trying to put together an all-star trivia team. I think that between myself, Katie, Chewy, Johnny Hand, and Ricky Tips, we would be darn near unstoppable. The amount of useless information that we all know. Yesterday, I was at a place, and the question was asked, who did Goldberg beat for his first heavyweight championship? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it was either Sting or Hulk Hogan. I'm going to go with Hulk Hogan. Sure enough, I got it right. But I also got like a nuclear fission question right, too. And Katie knows all kinds of useless stuff. Chewy knows all kinds of stuff. Ricky Tips is like a genius. And then Johnny knows music. So I think we would have all our bases covered. I'm pretty sure.
That's what you need on a team, is have a little bit of everything, all knowledge.
Yeah. I think I need to do that. I think we need to make our way over there. I don't know if I can do it tonight, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get the team together one of these nights and go over there and see if we can't dominate over at the Oasis. Anyway, all right, brother. So as far as trivia, if they get the trivia question correct this morning, what will they win?
They win a free lunch buffet that they can redeem either today or tomorrow, and can't have one in the past 30 days.
Can't have one in the last 30 days. However, Brett has passed his 30-day window, so he can call back in. So put the number in your phone, 931-967-3500. That's 931-967-3500. And all right, Scotty, what you got for us this morning?
All right. What was the very first video game? What was the name of the first video game? Not the console, but the true video game.
Okay. What was the name of the very first video game? And I'm fairly certain that Chewy knows this one.
I have a good guess.
Yeah. I have a pretty good guess as well. Could be wrong, though. Again, call in at 931-967-3500. That's 931-967-3500. All right. Caller, what is your guess?
Is Pac-Man?
Is it Pac-Man?
No, that's not it.
No?
Good try.
Got another caller here. Go ahead, caller.
Was it Pong in 1972?
Pong 1972.
No, that's not it.
No, okay. Well, good guess, caller.
That was my guess.
Yeah, that was mine too. Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Again, the number is 931-967-3500. Give us a call.
Here we go. All right, let's see if he gets it. All right, Brett, go ahead.
It was called Tennis for Two. It was in the 50s.
Tennis for Two in the 50s.
That's right.
That's right,
All
Brett. There you
right.
go.
Which is basically Pong. I think Pong took the name
Yeah.
on, and that's kind of what it became known
That's
as.
really neat.
I had an Atari, and I think there was a game on there like that on Atari.
Tennessee 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well, awesome.
So my parents had an Atari. They also had a ColecoVision, and
Wow.
I don't know where all that stuff went, but man, I wish I could find it. Good job by you. So Brett, look at you. You're going back over to the Oasis.
I'm hungry.
Apparently, we got to add Brett to our team
Yeah.
as well. Brett can join the All-Stars, the Trivia All-Stars.
All right, guys.
Good job by you. All right, Brett.
See ya.
Brett is your winner, Scotty.
All right.
Good job by you as well.
Tennis for Two, 1958.
1958. That's your answer. So tonight, when folks go over to trivia, that's what they got to remember. They got basically a free answer if they were listening this morning. And we do apologize that we were a little bit late. We forced some people to wait around on you, Scotty. But hey, as usual, it was worth the wait.
That's right.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for calling. We'll talk to you next week.
We'll see you soon. That was Scotty over at the Oasis. Bad job by me, good job by him. That's usually how it goes with people in my life. All right, we'll be back on the other side with hour number 2. It is the starting lineup. You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Spring is in the air, and so are fresh new savings at Furniture Merchandise Outlet, FMO, right here in Tullahoma. Ready to refresh your space? From living rooms and bedrooms to dining sets and mattresses, FMO has the styles you want at prices you'll love. No long waits, no sticker shock. Just take it home today. Visit them at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma or browse anytime at FMOTN.com. Furniture Merchandise Outlet, where spring cleaning turns into a spring upgrade.
With the latest from around FCHS and Rebel Nation.
The Rebel Report, every weekday presented by Oaklawn Baptist Church, right here on ESPN Radio, Winchester.
Welcome back, Franklin County. I'm Lucas. And I'm Spencer. And spring sports are officially here. The weather's looking absolutely incredible, and it could not be a better week to kick off the 2026 season.
That's right. Opening week is officially here, and our Rebel teams are ready to hit the field. Let's start with softball. The Lady Rebels open their 2026 campaign Monday night at home against Cannon County.
First pitch is set for 5:30, so make plans to come out and pack the stands. It's the first chance to see this year's squad in action, and there's nothing like starting the season under the lights with your home crowd behind you.
A new season, a fresh start, and big expectations. The energy around this team has been building all preseason, and Monday night is their moment to set the tone.
And right after softball gets going, you can head over and catch the Rebel baseball team as they host DeKalb County in their season opener.
That game starts at 6 o'clock, so it's a full evening of Rebel athletics right here at home. 2 opening games, one night. You really can't ask for a better way to start spring sports.
There's just something special about opening day. The crack of the bat, the sound of the crowd, and that first win feeling everyone is chasing.
And the action doesn't stop there. On Tuesday night, Central Magnet travels to town for a 6:30 kickoff.
Another great matchup and another great opportunity for Rebel fans to show up and show out. Home field advantage matters, and our teams feed off of that energy.
Spring sports are officially in full swing. Between softball and baseball and soccer, there are plenty of chances to support your Rebels this week.
And with the forecast looking incredible for opening week, there's no excuse not to come out and enjoy it. Sunshine, warm temps, and Rebel athletics? That's a perfect combination.
So grab your friends, bring your family, and let's make this opening week one to remember.
We'll see you Monday at 5:30 for softball, 6 o'clock for baseball, and Tuesday at 6:30 for more Rebel action.
That's all for this week's Rebel Report. Go Rebels.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 AM WCDT and 106.9 FM W295 AV Winchester, serving Franklin County for over 75 years. Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studio, it's the starting lineup. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester, as we dive into hour number 2. And we'll get it kicked off as we do each and every day that school is in session with the Pledge of Allegiance on ESPN Radio Winchester, presented by Southern Tennessee Cardiology and Dr. Basaraba, where compassionate care and clinical excellence come together for your heart health. Southern Tennessee Cardiology and Dr. Basaraba. And I've mentioned this. My father actually uses them. He's got a pacemaker in. And here in the next little bit, he's actually got a procedure. They do more than just like heart health. It's heart and vein and other things like that. And Chewy, he's got like the varicose veins in his leg, which can be very painful. And it stems from like blood pooling up and not returning to your heart correctly. So he's going to have that worked on here in the next little bit by the folks over at Southern Tennessee Cardiology. So I do encourage you. They can help with things like knee pain and other extremity pain. I didn't know they did all that really, but I encourage you to look into some of the things that they do. All right.
Sprickens of which.
Let's get the Pledge of Allegiance in this morning.
Good morning, Deckard. How
Good
are
morning,
you?
Good morning, WCDT. We're great. How are you?
Oh, we're doing all right today. So it's a little cloudy outside, so I'm thinking that maybe a really nice pledge might help us bring some of that sunshine out. It's going to be nice and warm today.
Oh, we cannot wait. We've got 4 kiddos from Miss Quintania's class ready to give us a great pledge this morning.
All right, let's hear it.
Good morning, Franklin County. Please join Deckard Elementary as we
stand, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, a wonderful pledge this morning. Thank you, guys.
That was wonderful. All right. Tell me your name and what you got.
My name is Tyler, and I got the joke. Why do leprechauns love to garden?
I don't know.
Because they have a green thumb.
Hey.
A green thumb.
That's a cute one.
I'm
All right.
loving these St. Patrick's Day jokes.
I know, I do too. They're very, very good. Well, thank you, Deckard. I appreciate that.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham alongside Chewy.
Hello.
So, Chewy, one of the things I wanted to talk about this morning actually has something to do with sports.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to the basics.
I know it. So Cam Newton said on his podcast. Now, I don't know if you know who Cam Newton is.
He's the Willy Wonka rival, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he played quarterback at Auburn, and then he went to the NFL, played for the Carolina Panthers.
See, I never even knew he played sports.
Yeah. No, he I think he won the MVP one year. Something like that. Like
Okay.
he for like a hot minute, he was really good.
But he's got like some big podcast now and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he said that this quarterback draft class is the worst in the last 2 decades because Arch Manning is not in it, which I thought was a crazy statement to make. And this year's, I get it. There's not a whole lot. Like, it's not deep per se. But when you think about who's in this one compared to who's been in the draft classes in recent years. I'm gonna go through who's available at quarterback this year, which again, not many guys. But you've got guys like Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck, Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller. I mean, these aren't necessarily scrubs. They may not be tremendous. And you can't forget about Diego Pavia. No. Pavia's kind of a joke. But although it's not the deepest, which I can appreciate, some of that's got to be credited back to the NIL. Saying that it's the worst in the last 20 years is pretty tough. Let me put this into perspective. In 2022, that draft class had Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, and Bailey Zappi. I mean, sometimes these guys just say stuff. Now, could it end up being the worst? Yeah, sure. But there was a guy in 22 that nobody expected. He was the last quarterback taken, Brock Purdy, that turned out to be pretty good. And if you go down, even all the way down to like the year 2000, and let's see, which year was it? You got to find, okay, 2000, it was 2000. In the year 2000, I'm going to read these names off. Chad Pennington, Giovanni Carmazzi, Chris Redman, T. Martin, Mark Bulger, Spurgeon Wynn, Todd Husak, Jawan Sider, Tim Rattay, Jarius Jackson, Joe Hamilton, and the only saving grace for the 2000 draft class was Tom Brady. If Tom Brady is not in that draft class, I mean, that's crazy. And Chad Pennington was the only first rounder. In 2001, you had Michael Vick and Drew Brees going the first 32 picks. The rest of the draft was a joke. In 2002, we thought we had two generational talents at quarterback. You had David Carr and Joey Harrington right there at the top. And they both ended up sucking. Look at 2002. David Carr, Joey Harrington, Patrick Ramsey, Josh McCown, David Garrard, Rohan Davey, Randy Fasani, Kurt Kittner, Brandon Doman, Craig Nall, JT O'Sell. None of these guys did anything. And if you go back over the last 25, 20 years, that's what's crazy. We talked about it yesterday, Chewy, in that quarterbacks who are taken in the first round, 75 of them since the year 2000, in the last 25 years, and only since 2001, only 7 of them, I think it was 2000, so for the last 25 years exactly, only 7 of them have won a Super Bowl, which is at an 8% rate.
Wow.
And half of them didn't win. So only 4% of the quarterbacks taken in the first round won a Super Bowl for the team that they were drafted by.
That's what you and Ricky were sure. You brought this up a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, 4% is not, like, we're talking about the best analysts, the best. I mean, I could blindfold myself and throw a dart at a wall and have better accuracy at picking a successful quarterback than what these quote-unquote draft analysts and GMs are doing. I mean, that's so bad. So I think that, I get where Cam Newton comes from with it being not the deepest, but you get 1 or 2 of those guys to hit, And it's deeper than half of the draft classes in the last 25 years. Heck, Fernando Mendoza himself may make it better than half of the draft classes in the last 20 years. In 2022, like I said, Pickett was the only first-round quarterback, and he sucks. And none of those quarterbacks has become a franchise quarterback. In 2013 might be the worst modern quarterback draft ever. The first quarterback taken was E.J. Manuel at pick number 16. At the most important position in all of football, E.J. Manuel was picked at number 16. Other quarterbacks taken in that draft included Geno Smith, Mike Glennon, and Matt Barkley. And the only one who ever even became a real starter was Geno Smith, and he is absolutely trash. So I think that Cam Newton just needs to pump the brakes a little bit.
Clint Powers says he hopes Pavia likes Canada. And Brett Crabtree says, I've been getting a kick out of seeing these big linemen at the Combine run faster 40s than Tom Brady.
Yeah. Nowadays, they're freaks. They're absolute freaks these days. And I remember in the late 90s, so as a Browns fan, I was so excited when the Browns drafted Courtney Brown. Courtney Brown was a defensive end for Penn State, and he was supposed to be, they thought he was going to be what, like Myles Garrett is now. Mm-hmm. Courtney Brown ran like a 4.5, 5.40 or something crazy, and was faster than Peter Warrick. Peter Warrick played wide receiver at Florida State during their heyday, and Peter Warrick was absolutely amazing. But that was kind of, the late 90s was kind of the beginning of freakish linemen. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you what, I'm not for overprotecting quarterbacks. I think that they've ruined the game, so to speak, in a lot of ways by the way that they baby and protect these quarterbacks. But goodness gracious, some of the guys that are coming into the league now are freakish, scary.
Genetic anomalies.
Yeah. I mean, and what they're doing, the way that they've utilized science and technology to help these guys do things that was years ago you'd consider it physically impossible.
And now they're just doing it.
Yeah, now if you don't.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah. That's
so,
spooky.
Anyway, I don't necessarily agree, and I mentioned it yesterday too. You got all these draft analysts and all these experts, and they come out and they act like they know. None of these guys know. None of these guys has a clue. Some guys get into the league and it just clicks for them. Honestly, better than college at times. They get into the league and the level, the intensity, and the attention to detail is exactly what they needed. And it clicks for them. Look at a guy like, again, going back to the GOAT, Tom Brady in college couldn't even beat out Drew Henson. Him and Drew Henson went on to play baseball and got a cup of coffee in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys, but sucked. In college, the two of them, they thought Drew Henson was going to be a better NFL prospect than Tom Brady. They were like 1 and 1A coming out of Michigan. And when Tom Brady got into the league, it just clicked. It just clicked for him. There are some guys who it fits better. Now, speaking of college football, yesterday, Lou Holtz passed away. And coaching great, the last coach to win the title at Notre Dame in 1988. And God, I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Lou Holtz, one of the all-time winningest college football coaches ever. The guy was a staple in my life growing up. I grew up a Notre Dame fan, so he was revered in my household for a long, long time. And sad day, it was kind of coming, so to speak. It's not like he was a spring chicken, 89 years old. But Lou Holtz, dead as of yesterday. And I know that there are Notre Dame fans everywhere who are saying a prayer, thanking him for all the good times, good memories that he brought into their lives. All right, let's get a break in here. When we come back, we will continue with Therapy Thursday. If you've got something that you need to get off your chest, or you need to help us, you need us to help you walk through it, we'll get into that next. It is a starting lineup. You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Hey folks, I'm Johnny Hand from WCDT, the home for Franklin County Athletics. From Friday night football to every big game in between, we're proud to bring you all the action that keeps our community cheering. Want to be part of that excitement? We'd love to talk with you about advertising and other great opportunities to support our local athletes. So give us a call today at 931-967-2201 or stop by the station at 1201 South College Street right here in Winchester. WCDT Winchester. We are Franklin County.
From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Pennett's Pharmacy.
We're looking forward to another absolutely beautiful day, one of the warmest so far. Today's going to be mostly sunny, with a high of 78 degrees. Nice and breezy, too, with some wind gusts getting up to around 20 miles per hour. So get out there and enjoy some of this warm weather while you enjoy ESPN Radio Winchester 1340 1069.
Looking for more than just prescriptions? Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester has it all. Grab a bite from our menu, browse our boutique for one-of-a-kind finds, and sip on a Bloody Marty that's worth talking about, all in one stop. Located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard, Bennett's Pharmacy is your unexpected destination for great food, fun shopping, and so much more. Call us at 931-967-2777 or come see what everyone's raving about.
Joe had to mix up some more pre-workout, but he's ready to go another round. Back to the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
All right. Whoa. Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham alongside Chewy. And now in studio with us. Come flying in here. Am I in trouble?
No, but you said when we return from the break,
yeah,
if you need therapy.
You need therapy.
I need therapy.
Okay, we got our first client.
I'm asking for a friend.
Chewy, can we accept payment here? I don't know how do we do this?
I did yesterday. Good morning, Katie.
Yeah, you did.
Good morning, Katie.
The radio lady, Katie, is
at 6:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
In studio with us. Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, of course.
Her husband's a hoarder.
Oh, okay.
And she's not. And she's starting to drown in her house. What suggestions outside of prayer?
I am not a hoarder.
She didn't say anybody's name, Joe.
I said I was asking for a friend.
Listen,
her husband she's drowning.
I didn't know this was like marriage therapy.
You said any kind of therapy.
All right, y'all came to the same place.
Don't
Casanova over here.
Don't make me have my supervisor go back and listen to the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you need to turn around and tell that dude to throw his crap away.
Hold on. Wait, before we get into a fight, let me make sure we're having a good angle for this. But secondly,
I know. Do I look good, Mr. DeVille? I'm
yeah.
ready for my close up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look good.
Okay, because radio is no longer incognito where people have faces and stuff. I mean, if you look like Mick Jagger, you're going to be seen on radio.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah. Head on over to the FMO Facebook feed, and you can see the studio shot. Katie has joined us in studio. And, by the way, speaking of which, if you have not downloaded the High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas
How dare you?
smartphone app, you need to do that.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone in the county knows I do not travel to the really far away games, no matter what sport it's going to be.
Well, not everybody in the county, because not everybody in the county even knows who Chewy is, apparently.
How sad for them.
Yes.
But, I mean, okay, let me clarify that then. The students
Lots of people know
that I do not travel to the really far away games.
Right.
But that WCDT app, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I can just tune in and I can listen to my husband's voice because I can't.
Why would you want to?
I can't tell him he's calling anything right or wrong because I don't know. And I'm just like, at least I kind of know what's going on. And hey, I know those girls' names.
Yeah.
Because he says them correctly.
Theater of the mind. Brett Crabtree says, "Why are you being so defensive, Joe?" I'm not, Brett.
Thank you, Brett. I know you're always there for me, even though you're always trying to steal my Oasis and stuff like that.
Brett's going to send me another picture of his chicken and dressing today. Okay, so hold on a second. What do you want me to throw away? What do you want me to get rid of?
I did not make the suggestion of throwing away.
Okay, well, what am I hoarding?
What are we hoarding? Like, what's the main thing?
Yeah,
that we
okay,
need to
Don't
get
touch
rid of?
my sports
No.
cards.
Okay, you remember how he likes to tease on Crosby? Because Crosby's thing is basically his people, his family.
Sure.
So he'll save a gum wrapper from 2 years ago because, oh my gosh.
That's hoarding.
Mom, remember how you, me, and Dad, and everyone, the whole family, we went to this place.
And I got this rock.
Yeah. I got this gum pack from that gas station on our vacation. And this is my last wrapper.
I 100% understand that, though. Like, it's like I'm on the exact same wavelength.
His thing is sentimental value.
Right.
That's Crosby's thing. So that is my wonderful husband, too. He's very attached sentimentally to things. And if you've ever...
I don't have feelings.
So if you have ever watched an episode of Hoarders, I know we all have at least, to make ourselves feel better about our own messy houses.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how they look when the TV show gets there?
Mm-hmm.
My house is starting to turn into the very beginning, early stages of that because you cannot see all the baseboards. We're starting to build up along the sides of the walls, in the corners, closets.
So, and you're someone who naturally gets away with it. Like she doesn't. You don't need all this extra stuff. You know.
I clean up after myself as I go.
Okay.
No one else in the house does that. And I'm like, and then they wonder.
Wait.
No. I am not done. You shush. Turn his mic off, Chewy. And then everyone wonders, babe, where's this? Hey, where's this? I don't know. Where did you last leave it?
Well, hold on. Because you have a tendency to put my stuff... I put my stuff, quote unquote, away.
No, you don't. You stack it on top of the dresser, and it goes halfway up the wall.
I put my stuff where I think that it goes, and then you put it away.
No, I stopped doing that because I got so tired of momming you.
I don't. I do the exact same thing. I'll leave stuff out. Like you should see where I leave my clothes and stuff. Like I'll walk in the house, and as soon as I get into my room, I'm dropping my pants wherever I am. You know?
But mission accomplished, because now what? We're coming up on 3 years.
What?
He hangs his keys on the key hook.
Hey!
He will do that.
There you go.
So I'm like, one thing, I had one job. I stopped trying to train all the other things. I'm like, as long as the keys, because that affects me.
Brett knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's
Brett, you better be on my side, or I'm going to be
deal.
best friends with your wife, and you're dead.
Every guy knows. Chewy, stop me if I'm lying, okay? Every guy knows that someday that little piece of wood that you cut off, that was like an extra little piece that you threw over in the corner, someday there's going to be like a bed that's off balance, or you're going to need a wedge for something, or you're going to need and you're going to, and there's going to be a problem.
This is true.
And you're going to be like, I have the perfect solution for that. Same thing with cords. If you don't have a cord box, then there's something wrong with you.
I'm going to wrangle Jeff and Christy in on this one. So if he's listening, I hope he talks about it tomorrow. I'm going to wrangle them both in on this. How long do I have to nag you to get that project done that you've saved that tiny piece of insignificant wood for?
It sounds like you need a
I'll
prop.
get to
You
it
just need a
tomorrow.
space. Yeah, that's the only difference. Is you just need a space. You know what
He
I mean?
has plenty of spaces that he needs to clean up.
Here's what I'll
The
say.
shed, all your expensive fishing gear.
Okay, listen, I get the shed, but the shed is
Looks
honestly
like a bomb went off in there.
because it's not big enough. What Chewy is getting at is
No,
if
it's
you
plenty big. You just can't organize. It's got cabinets and
Well, I'm
hooks and hanging stuff. I bet you I could get. All right, Bassmaster Tom, I need you to come clean up the shed for my husband because if I try and do it, he'll really get on to me for misorganizing all the tackle gear. Because I'll do it by color, and he'll be like, "You can't put this one in the same box as
Okay.
this one." See, I know. Right? Am I wrong?
all I'm going to say is that when you have a large space with a bunch of room, when you have a large space with a bunch of room and you take all that stuff and then try and cram it into a much smaller space, it becomes hard to find
But that's
space for
because
it.
part of the organization procedure, sweetheart, is actually keep, donate, trash. You just put everything in the keep, and then you want to organize it.
Tori's in trouble this morning.
What did she do?
Well, nothing, because Chewy's just sitting here now, and he is so excited to get married. And
Yeah.
so Tori,
Oh my gosh, the look you got. You're dead.
Tori, I think a big surprise is coming your way. So look at this, Chewy.
Why are you asking her? Wait, should you be asking Chewy saying, hey, guess what, Chewy, for your birthday, we know what Tori's about to do.
And I'm sure for our listeners, this is like tremendous radio. I'm sure that they love hearing this conversation.
She was extremely tight-lipped last night. Man, I don't know what to say.
I had to pivot, Joe, because I'm trying to make it to my 28th anniversary in August, and
Make
Katie,
it
you're not
through.
taking me down.
No, wait,
make
you
it
trying to
to
make it through it or make it to it?
See, that's
Both.
why I wasn't talking to you, Joe.
I don't know why.
Brett
Come
says-
get your wife.
I don't do anything
Brett
that
says
makes
Katie
Christy
woke
mad
up
at
this
me.
morning and chose violence. She just showed up like this. I didn't even know what I did.
It's superhero day.
He revs me up, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna therapize
I think she
here.
stepped on
Oh,
a spare
jeez.
piece of wood.
I
There
guess.
are peas of wood.
It's not. Listen, they're not my Legos. Doug Garrett says, I 100% feel like I am the Joe in this scenario.
Hey, but you know what? They may not be your Legos, but they're our kids. So you are half responsible for not telling them to
Hey,
clean up.
He and Amy just had a big anniversary. I think she's probably up for parole here pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh.
Listen.
I don't know, guys. I'm catching
Listen,
strays
the
over here. I was
sheriff's
just trying to do a
department
radio
is
show.
The sheriff's
Chewy
department
got
is
quiet.
hiring for a detention deputy, and I could be on that because I got 5 of them right now in the house that I'm always like, "Rah, rah." And I'm like, what are the qualifications to be a detention deputy? Is there a height requirement? Because if that's the only requirement,
We can't take Katie to Rock Creek Elementary.
Not like
School.
this. We need to get her like a.
oh no, you have to because Crosby picked out my
Xanax.
earrings.
Oh, I hate those earrings.
DJ Crux, we're reading in his class today.
Yes, yes,
By request.
yes.
I'm out of here. I'm still married.
This
Love you,
this
Christy.
this 2-man show quickly became a
Christy.
4-man show.
Christy, what does Johnny do? I know what it is. I know what it is. He eats all the banana ice cream on the cruise ships, and you get mad at him. I'd be mad too. Oh, that's it, Christy. Let's go. Let's you and me have some lunch. I'll come to South.
Did I ever mention marrying anybody?
No, I don't know where that all came from.
Chewy's over here catching strays.
Tori's
I'm catching strays.
Tori's probably
Shelbyville's catching
hyperventilating
strays.
at work now, going, "Oh my gosh, no!"
Yeah, exactly. This is
She's
not
freaking
how,
out.
If I did marry that girl, and this is how I announced it, it would be like I could not imagine what that would do to her. You know what I mean? She would be so because she's so shy. You know, having it that public, which in hindsight is kind of a hilarious thing to do. But you know,
way to not come in and make us uncomfortable, guys.
Yeah, I didn't
You
know.
opened the therapy door.
Anyway,
All right, this is the last therapy Thursday.
I don't think
on the
anyone
show.
needs any therapy. They're listening to this and they're like, "Wow, my life is not as bad as I thought."
it's
Goodness gracious.
It's a wild ride.
Everyone's like,
All
"Man,
right,
my
I'll
life
fold
is
my
not
la-
as bad as Joe's."
I'll fold my laundry. Goodness gracious.
Don't make me post a picture of your laundry on our page.
Oh, dude, you should see our bathroom, dude.
I need to find the picture I sent to Cammie Heath a long time ago. It was great. She died laughing because I sent it to her. It's a picture of Joe with clothes piled on his head, and I told her that I have been softly asking him to put his clothes away, and I wondered if this would finally do it. And she I think she responded with a lot of rolling laughing emojis and said it might.
Yeah. Brett Crabtree calls it Tantrum Thursday now.
There you go. Y'all are going to fight
Brett,
now.
Thanks.
Brett,
Hey,
you,
I'm off
me,
on this
and-
one. Thanks, chat. Take care of it for me.
Brett, you, me, and Chewy. Let's have a Tantrum Thursday show because Chewy and I are always down for some petty revenge.
Oh, dude, I'll complain about anything.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting into this.
Why is the listenership going up right now?
Because I'm awesome. What did my name tag say at the church potluck? Yours said what?
I don't know. Radio.
It said Radio Man,
Dude,
and then
yeah, man.
then all the kids' name tags had their nicknames for the house, which Waddy loves his because Waddy is in the Bible. It means river, but mine said everyone's favorite. So
fun.
Everyone's favorite.
I don't know. Yeah.
Except for mine this morning.
There you go.
if you fold your laundry, I might
All
make
right.
a really good dinner.
I'm gonna go tie Katie up in the other room.
Here's my question, though. Like, when it comes to, like,
can
putting
catch me.
clothes in the drawer, do you still fold those?
Heck no. He has to fold. If I am the one,
No, I mean either of you. Like,
I fold
fold
and
my
hang and
clothes.
everything.
I don't do that.
You just throw them in there.
If there's a drawer, I'm just putting it in there. But like, I'll put it up on, like, Tori, she'll put it up on a hanger.
Now let's go back to what he was saying about needing more space. It's because I need the space, so I organize the clothes so it'll fit in the space.
It's just going to take some time. Communication is key.
Are you done yelling at me?
Yes. Here's my communication to you. I'm not doing your laundry.
Okay. Thanks.
Do you still love me?
Yep.
There you
Good,
go.
because I do make food that you ingest. Don't mess with the people who handle your food. That's just an umbrella statement for life.
That's a low bar, though. That would be like I don't go to the restaurant and fall in love with the lady who brings me my food.
I don't throw away your clothes.
It's true. All right, let's get a break in here. I'm gonna figure out how to
Kick me off the microphone.
Make my wife happy here in the break. We'll be back on the other side. It is the starting lineup. ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
And it's time to wear it out loud at T-Shirt Spot in Tullahoma. Whether you need custom tees for your business, school, team, or just something fun for the season, T-Shirt Spot has you covered. Literally. Fresh designs, bold colors, and quality you can feel. Stop by 909 South Washington Street in Tullahoma or check them out online at tshirtspot.com. T-Shirt Spot, where your spring style starts.
Hey neighbors, this is Johnny Hand from the Afternoon Handoff on ESPN Radio Winchester. And I just want to say thank you. It's only been a couple of months since we debuted my show, and you have been so supportive and so gracious to tune in every single weekday from 2 to 4, whether you're in the car, at work, at home, or streaming us wherever you may be. And a special thank you, of course, to the incredible guests who join me on the show. Those are huge reasons that this program is as fun and as engaging as it is. To our listeners and to our guests alike, thank you for helping make the Afternoon Handoff something special. And keep listening. ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The 2026 softball season is off to a dominant start for your Franklin County Rebelettes. Franklin County rolled past Cannon County 22-1 Monday evening at home, opening the year 1-0 behind an explosive offense and strong pitching performance. The Rebelettes erupted for 8 runs in the first inning, highlighted by 2-run triples from freshman Leah Hardison and junior Bella Smith. Senior Molly Casey added a 2-run single, Caitlin Montgomery drove in a run, and the offense never looked back. Franklin County finished with 13 hits, 8 walks, and 8 stolen bases while committing no errors defensively. In the circle, Smith struck out 3 over 2 scoreless innings, and sophomore Victoria Nelson added 6 strikeouts over 3 innings of relief, allowing only 1 run. The Rebelettes will travel to Battle Creek tonight, looking to build early momentum in the season. At Deckard Elementary, Franklin County High School Rebel baseball players Peyton Wright, Leighton Jones, Carson Lewis, and Josiah Collins participated in Read Across America Week, spending time in classrooms, reading with students, and encouraging a love for books. The players read stories and talked about balancing academics and athletics while emphasizing the importance of working hard both in the classroom and on the field. Their visit created excitement throughout the building, with younger students eager to meet the high school athletes and see positive role models investing in their success. And at North Middle School, Peyton Miller has been named the new head coach of the boys basketball program. Miller brings a championship background and a strong emphasis on character development. She says her goal is to help every athlete become not only a better player, but the best version of themselves. Miller will continue serving as head coach for North Middle School cross country and track, reinforcing consistency and accountability across both programs. For more details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to ESPN Radio Winchester.
When it comes to caring for your loved ones, choose a name you can trust. Inhabit Home Health in Winchester, located at 2068 Cowan Highway. We're here to provide compassionate professional care right in the comfort of your own home. From skilled nursing to therapy services, our team is dedicated to helping you or your loved ones achieve the best quality of life. Call Inhabit Home Health today at 931-967-0633 to learn more about our personalized care plans.
The opinions of the hosts are their own, and they do not represent the opinions of, well, really anybody else. You're listening to the starting lineup. Now back to Joe and Chewy.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 1069 WCDT Winchester. Oh, man, she's back.
How'd you come out from there? Oh, did you go around the...
She went out one door and came back through the other.
That was impressive.
Oh, gosh. We got to start locking these doors. You got to put locks on the studio. Brett Crabtree. Some of our listeners are more disturbed than we are. Brett says, I love confrontation. I'm down.
He's just happy to be fighting.
Poor Doug's got secondhand anxiety. I feel like I need to go home and make my bed now. It's Doug. Brett.
Crabtree, I was told that a 16-year-old blonde-headed, blue-eyed cheerleader outlifted him at the gym yesterday.
Outlifted him at the gym? Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Whether or not that's accurate.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sorry, Brett.
Brett, it sounds like a cheerleader is calling you out. No, Brett says, Joe, if you die, it was on recording how Katie was hinting at the idea of messing with your food. Appreciate that. Chat looks out for me, okay? Yeah. And they need to. Because if one day I show up dead, there's a lot of people. I'm going to need all of y'all.
It's going to be really great for content.
Well, it is.
We're going to live stream the funeral.
We can get a lot of followers, a lot of likes. But not only will the Franklin County Truth Seekers be on it, but like the whole Hoagie Rollers will be going around. There will be an investigation. I'm just saying.
Sure.
I'm not going down like that. Okay? Not that easily.
We're going viral.
We're going to at least get some likes off it, okay? I may not be here to see it.
We're going to get a boost in the algorithm.
Next week on the starting lineup, Joe fakes his own death.
For tax purposes.
For likes and comments.
For likes and comments and to avoid taxes.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat for faking your own death. Oh no.
Oh, man. Okay, so... Yesterday, Ricky Tips came in yesterday, and one of the beefs that we had revolved around a list that he came across. It was the worst. It was the worst list that I have ever seen because I ended up coming across it, and it was a list of the best fictional athletes. Mm-hmm. Which I wanted to...
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. I have been working on my list, but I need help from the feed. I need help from the chat, okay? So I've got... Let me see here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 that I feel very confident in. But I need help from you guys to pick my last 3. All right? So I'm going to give you my 7 to start with.
Okay.
All right? So we're going to start with Benny the Jet. Okay? Benny from the Sandlot. Benny made it to the majors. He was an absolute legend. Next, I've got Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy. Here's a guy who wasn't all necessarily there, but he was a natural. I mean, the guy stepped on the field, you put the helmet on, he got his juices flowing, so to speak, the water flowing, and just started laying dudes out. Okay? Then I'm going to go with Ricky Vaughn, because Ricky was a special talent. And I don't think that the Cleveland Indians would have made the run that they made in Major League without the Wild thing. I've got to add Dottie Hinson because, A, I need a female, and B, she was the best player in the entire female baseball league. She's got to be on there. Okay, now we're to my top, 4, 5, something like that. And that was in no particular order. Those first few were in no particular order. All right, so I've got Happy Gilmore, Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa, and Roy Hobbs. Those are my top ones. What did I name that? I named 1, 2, 3, 4. That might have been 8 that I named. I need a few to round out my top 10.
Brett Crabtree says Roy McAvoy in Tin Cup.
Okay. And I'm gonna give my argument against Roy McAvoy. I love Roy McAvoy as a character. Roy McAvoy I considered because he has some elite talent, but Roy never really accomplished anything. He didn't really do anything, if that makes sense. Outside of, he had a tremendous round, and he was a really good pro, golf pro. But he didn't actually, he was too much of a mental case.
I would say Daniel LaRusso.
So Daniel LaRusso, to me, it's a great story. But anybody who knows athletes looks at Daniel LaRusso and doesn't see that kid as athletic. He's kind of awkward. He got good at one thing with the help of, and I would say more so Mr. Miyagi was a tremendous athlete and coach and things like that. Daniel was just kind of like his vessel. I don't think that Daniel was a tremendous athlete. If Daniel LaRusso tried to catch a baseball, I think it'd hit him in the face. Okay?
It's a different kind of athlete, Joe.
I know. But I'm just saying, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. He didn't qualify. He didn't make the list. So now, Roy Hobbs is the natural. Okay, Rocky Balboa. Rocky is one of these guys who was an absolute underdog. He was a tomato can in the early parts of his career, but Rocky beat some of the best boxers, fictional boxers of all time. The dude ended up being just tremendous. Now, Apollo, though, was actually in his prime, probably better than Rocky. At one point in time, Apollo went 48-0 or some stupid number with all knockouts. The guy was elite among the elite. And it wasn't until the end where he got old, Rocky beat him, and then he got killed by a guy on roids that Apollo, kind of went down towards the end. But Apollo, in his prime, was as good as anybody. And Happy Gilmore is also elite.
Brett also says the pitcher and the rookie. Says a high school coach turned MLB pitcher.
Okay, another great story. A, he's based off a real guy. B, not necessarily a great pitcher. A good pitcher.
I'm going to say this
Nice
one,
pitcher.
and you're going to disagree, and I'm not going to disagree with the fact that you disagree. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Okay.
I will say this, and it's not just for the meme, but in all genuine seriousness. I'm going to say Anakin Skywalker, but specifically when he was doing the pod racing.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, because think about the
Okay.
physical and mental strain as a
Okay.
9-year-old to do that as fast as they were going. You're going to sit there and tell me an
Yeah.
F1, an F1 driver isn't an athlete?
Okay, so you did raise something. Now I'm going to disagree with Anakin Skywalker.
But he does have magical powers. So
He did have
doesn't
Jedi
really count.
powers. But speaking of an athlete with magical powers. Harry Potter played Quidditch.
That's right,
And was
Harry
one
Potter.
of the youngest seekers like ever all time.
There
and was
you go.
good at it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to sit on a stick like that 45 feet in the air.
I know, just sitting on a stick alone. Just
I mean,
something I could not do.
how do you not fall off? Why isn't there a saddle?
Phrasing. All right, so now here's the other. Okay,
Garrett said sorry. I had to leave the conversation and went home to fold.
Doug Garrett ran home to fold his laundry.
We're looking for the best fictional athlete.
So like Crash Davis.
Sure.
Tremendous minor league catcher, got a cup of coffee in the major leagues, and tremendous character. I'm not saying he's not a great character. What I'm saying is he one of the best athletes
in fiction?
Did he accomplish great things? Is he? And I would say like Nuke LaLoosh was more talented than Crash Davis, and I've considered putting Nuke on the list, but Nuke was still pretty young.
I said that yesterday, Brett. I said Bugs Bunny, and they both rolled their eyes at me.
Bugs Bunny was good.
Okay, but you and Rick both were just like, okay, yeah, all right.
I made the comment about Lola Bunny being a smoke show, and y'all came back and were
You're a
like,
furry.
Well,
Yeah, that's what that is.
I mean, she was. Did you hear about the controversy in the second one?
Where they they
decurved
her.
Yeah, that was messed up.
You probably didn't even watch it after that, did you?
No, it totally lost all.
What's the point? What's the point of watching?
But y'all came back at me and said, I was all worked up about Lola Bunny, which some of it was a personality. Come on now, but what's the girl from the other movie that y'all mentioned? Jessica Rabbit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jessica
Goodness
Rabbit.
gracious. Okay, so here's one that I also consider. A lot of people have thrown out Shane Falco.
Okay.
Now, Shane Falco kind of reminds me of Danny Werfel, where he's really good in college, got to the league, didn't really pan out, wasn't really like a pro player, and the only reason that he came back and even got a chance was because the league went on strike, and he came in and he led led a ragtag team to a win over Dallas. But although he was an underdog quarterback, I wouldn't say he was like an elite talent. It's just a great story.
Okay. Besides the story, though, I've got another left field pick. Cyborg from DC. He was with the Gotham City Wildcats,
right?
And he was a leader in that. So before he turned into that, so he could also be a contender because he was supposed to go pro before the accident. So there's also that was like pre-Cyborg.
That's an interesting one. Another one I considered was like Al Bundy. I mean, come on now. Al Bundy had 4 touchdowns in a single game for Polk High School.
Brett Crabtree says Cole Trickle.
Cole Trickle. Oh man, Cole Trickle was an elite NASCAR driver. Okay. That's a good one because a lot of people. What's the guy? The Shake and Bake guys from Talladega Nights. A lot of people would say those guys, but Cole Trickle is way better than those guys.
I mean, does like Lightning McQueen count? It's like
I
not
can't.
really.
I can't.
It's hard. Yeah. So I don't know. This is a tough one.
Booby Miles.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Put
name.
me in. You want to win? Let Booby spin. Some people had said Forrest Gump, and
not football though. But what about ping pong?
So that's a good point. Now, Ricky and I may disagree on Forrest Gump. So Ricky said not Forrest because Forrest couldn't even catch the kickoff. They had to hand it to him and then just let him run. Now, from a speed standpoint, he had elite speed, took the kickoffs back. He never, if you watch those movies, his jersey was never dirty. They never tackled him. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's pretty tremendous. But the other thing you got to consider is what you just mentioned. He then went on to become a dominant world presence in the ping pong game.
Like international ping pong
Internationally successful. I think Forrest Gump may hit the list.
I would. That would be mine, just for that. Also, it's like the only one I can think of. So.
Some other. There's some good baseball ones. And I'm not going to add Henry Rowan Gardner. That's the kid who broke his arm and then could throw like 100 miles an hour. I'm not going to add him to the list. One hit wonders, one season wonders. They don't make the list. Kenny Powers he's pretty close to the list. But there's some good ones.
There was that one movie, Blades of Glory, if you remember. Had those two guys in there. That was pretty impressive.
What was that guy's name? Not Jackie Moon. That was I think that was the basketball movie that he did.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I just remember Will Ferrell and the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite.
Put Peter LaFleur on there from Dodgeball.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Or what was the coach's name?
Woodcock?
No, it was something stupid like that though. I'll have to look that one up in the break. He doesn't make the list though. Anyway,
this is a very tough one.
We're getting close. There's probably 2 or 3 spots still, like I said, left on that list. So drop your names in the chat if you think somebody should be on there. Give me an argument as to why. I think I'm confident in putting Forrest Gump on the list.
We all need to do our own separate top 10s for this. This would be a lot of fun.
I know Ricky's going to disagree with Gump being on the list, and he's welcome to that opinion. But I don't think that he was taking into account that he did become elite at ping pong.
Yeah. Man.
All right, let's hit a quick break here. We'll wrap it up when we come back. It is the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9, WCDT Winchester.
Why choose More Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a 5th-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. More Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. More Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
When life hits you hard, you need someone who will stand up and fight back for you. Andy Davis, attorney at law, serves Southern Middle Tennessee in personal injury, criminal defense, family law, bankruptcy, and more. Call today to set up your free consultation, where you'll get clear answers, honest guidance, and a plan built around your needs. Online at southerninjurylaw.com. This is an advertisement. Andy Davis, attorney at law, responsible for content. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than that of other lawyers.
The future of healthcare starts here. The Southern Tennessee Regional Health System, Winchester and Suwannee, are joining the High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas, a health network serving communities across the state. We're working together to expand access, improve clinical quality, and keep you close to home throughout your care journey. Your favorite providers aren't going anywhere. It's the same care you know and trust, now with a new name. High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas. Learn more at highpointhealthsystem.com.
We apologize if this is your first time, but yes, unfortunately, this is normal. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham alongside Chewy. And to wrap the show up, taking a look at our community here this afternoon, Thursday, March 5th, Franklin County Middle School softball is at Coffee County. Huntland Middle School baseball is at home taking on Eagleville. FCHS baseball is at home to take on Lincoln County tonight. That one is at 6 p.m. FCHS boys soccer is at 7. You can go see that one at Giles County. and Franklin County Middle School baseball at 6 p.m. is at Coffee County. Those are just some of the things going on. Chewy, you mentioned in the break there, transitioning our top 10 list all time fictionally to in reality, like each sport. And obviously Tom Brady winning 7 Super Bowls and having 10 Super Bowl appearances, playing at an elite level for 20 years is considered the GOAT in the NFL. But from an athlete standpoint, he wasn't really a great athlete. He was just a great quarterback. Jim Brown is oftentimes referred to as one of the best athletes in the NFL, as he came in and he was basically like if you took a modern day athlete and put him back in the 60s and put him on a football field. That's what he was like. But if you go through each sport, there are guys, in my opinion, that stand head and shoulders above the rest of the guys. Like basketball, to me, it's Michael Jordan. And then the one that everybody wants to argue, the debate alternative, is LeBron James. Baseball is kind of interesting because there have been so many guys that have had tremendous talent. But what stands out to me a lot of times is players who change the game. And so for me, like Babe Ruth changed the game and kind of modernized it with the long ball. Prior to Babe Ruth, guys were hitting like 10 to 15 home runs a year. Babe Ruth comes along and he hits like 40, 50, 60 home runs a year. Hockey, you had Gordie Howe, who was for a long time the GOAT in hockey until Wayne Gretzky came along. And Gretzky is known as the GOAT. Boxing, it's got to be Muhammad Ali, right? I mean, regardless of what Sugar Ray Robinson did or how amazing Mike Tyson was, Muhammad Ali changed the sport. And even with golf, I go back to the same thing. Jack Nicklaus and some of the guys. I mean, Jack Nicklaus had 18 majors, right? Still the record. But Tiger Woods changed the game, modernized golf, and brought it into the new era. So there's different levels. And as far as tennis goes, Novak Djokovic, a lot of people think nowadays, he's referenced as being one of the GOATs. But here's the thing. Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, what they did, they were 1 and 1A, and they were competing. If you took one of those two guys out, the other guy would have dominated on a level never seen before in any sport. Because those two guys both had close to 20 major wins. I think Federer had 18 or something like that. Some crazy number. If you took Nadal out, though, Federer would have probably had close to 40. I mean, that's how amazing it was. And if you took Federer out, Nadal would have probably had close to 40. I mean, that's how amazing those guys were. So Djokovic does not register for me as, quote-unquote, the GOAT or being better. Again, Nadal and Federer, to me, changed tennis, brought it into the modern world.
It's very Amadeus Mozart-y, where it's like, Amadeus would have been remembered so much higher if Mozart wasn't there. Like if Mozart didn't make the moves, Amadeus probably would be remembered, differently.
Yeah.
It's it's what it reminds me of, just, like the admiration of one athlete and their abilities versus the athlete who culturally warped the game sort of around their style, Yeah.
Yeah, like the entire game changed because of them.
The game adjusted around them rather than the other way around.
And there can be multiple eras, like again, within the NFL, I think that there's multiple eras. My big problem with Tom Brady is, as elite as Tom Brady was, Tom Brady did not change the NFL, in my opinion. He dominated it the way that it was, but I don't think that he changed the game.
Right.
Jim Brown, to me, kind of changed the game. He showed that if you have an athlete that is just physically, and that's what like over the 70s and 80s, those athletes became. And then you have guys who come into the league like Michael Vick. Michael Vick wasn't necessarily the greatest quarterback, but Michael Vick, to a certain extent, changed the game. He just didn't accomplish enough and wasn't successful enough to be considered on this list. But if you've got a talent like that, a true generational talent who changes the game and makes it more marketable, makes it more money, brings it into a modern age, I consider that extremely powerful.
Brett Crabtree says, speaking of Cole Trickle, have y'all thought about the fact that Days of Thunder and Top Gun are basically the same movie, except Tom Cruise is a race car driver and the other one is a fighter pilot? Fighter pilots are a good idea, too. Talking about athletes and athletic performance. Some of those guys. And then Casey Sells says, Casey James' character in Here Comes the
Kevin
Boom.
James. Yeah, Kevin James' character in Here Comes the Boom. I've only seen that movie once. I'd have to go back and watch it again. I don't know if he was like elite.
All right.
Like I don't remember. It's been a long time. All right, that'll do it for today's show. Coming up on the other side, we've got Reliable Rentals Swap and Shop, and then Chewy and the rest of the crew and I are heading over to the creek to read to little kids. If they need therapy afterwards, I apologize.
Come back next Thursday.
I will try to keep everybody mainly
behaving.
The Wookiee behaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He's the problem. We appreciate you listening, and make sure to tune in later today for the afternoon handoff with Johnny. For Chewy, I am Joe Abraham. I got to go fold my clothes. It's ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.